weekend game plan gets out into the community with Suburban Newspaper sports editor Mark Lidbetter and the Amateur Sports Report.
Sports at thesuburban.com if you want to get in touch with Mark for this weekly segment or for the weekly newspaper. Mark, I like this. I like starting out with this type of story. The Para-Pan Am Games.
Yeah, it was a bit of disappointment, though, because Anthony Capello, who trains at NDG's Academy Taekwondo Raymond Murad under Master Murad, had his shot at the Para-Pan Am podium cut short due to an injury suffered in his opening match during the round of 8 at the Lima 2019 Para-Pan Am American Games. Capello, who is ranked 3rd in the world, came out strong against Geraldo Castro of the Dominican Republic and was leading in points from the start, but a kick to the head left Capello unable to continue, and he had to withdraw from the competition, was placed under concussion protocol by Team Canada. Now, Para-Taekwondo was making its Para-Pan Am debut a year before it joins the Paralympic program. Now, Capello competes in the men's 61 kilogram division in the K43 classification, as he was born with both arms much shorter than average. Anthony first tried Taekwondo at the age of 9, but stepped away to participate in his other love, which is soccer. And there was a return to Taekwondo at the age of 16, then back to soccer. But at the age of 20, he dedicated his time to Taekwondo, where he is now a second-degree black belt. And the silver medalist from the 2019 World Championships is now focusing on the European Open in November and qualifying for Tokyo 2020, becoming an Olympian.
Very cool. Well, hopefully he bounces back. Let's talk some football here with my alma mater.
There you go. And the John Abbott Islanders opened their season under Friday night lights with a 39-10 victory against the Sherbrooke Volunteers on August 30th. And the Isles were the first to put points on the board with Matthew Boudreau's 5-yard pass to Darius Simmons for a touchdown. Troy Lenve added the convert afterwards to make it 7-0. Now, Paul Salangre set the tone for the second quarter by scooping up a Sherbrooke fumble and racing 51 yards for the major. And the Islanders' defense was solid, holding Sherbrooke to 1 touchdown and a field goal, bringing the score to 18-10, still in favor of Abbott. But Sherbrooke, Darius Simmons put another 6 points on the boards with an electrifying 65-yard punt return, and QB Boudreau connected with Owen Bujarski for a 30-yard touchdown strike. Now, John Abbott hopes to give the Thetford Mines the shaft today on Memorial Field.
Oh, very nice, Mark. Very nice.
In St. Anne de Bellevue with a 1 p.m. kickoff. I know you like the puns.
Yeah, all right. So there you go. You got some football to watch if you're out there on the West Island. 1 o'clock kickoff at St. Anne de Bellevue. All right, Mark, onto the ice.
Yeah, and it's opening weekend for the Quebec Midget AAA Hockey League, and last night the Laval Montreal Rousseau Royal traveled to Le Sportium in St. Catharines to face the College Charles Ramoine Riverains, while Lac St. Louis Lions had a Lac St. Louis regional match up against Chateauguay Grenadier in Chateauguay. Now, Laval Montreal lost the contest by a 3-1 tally, but Lac St. Louis won the regional battle, doubling the Grenadiers 4-2 on a pair of third-period goals to break the 2-2 tie. The Lions will have their home opener this afternoon at the Dollard Civic Center with a 3 p.m. meeting with the St. Eustache Vikings. And the Royal launch the home portion of their campaign tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. at Montreal's Fleury Arena as they welcome the Seminaire St. Francois Blizzard. So,
well, there you go.
On the schedule.
Some Lac St. Louis action today at the Civic Center in Dollard. So check that out. And let's finish off with some with some baseball.
Yeah, and the Laval Pirates and Montreal Orioles are going to go at it tonight in Game 5 of the second round of the Quebec Junior Elite Baseball League playoffs. It's a 7 p.m. start at Hunsix Stade Gary Carter. The Orioles hold a 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 confrontation, and the Pirate look to hold off elimination so they can return home for Game 6 Sunday for a 7 p.m. game at Stade Paul Marcel Mayhew. And now the LaSalle Cardinals and Guerriers de Granby are deadlocked at 2-2 following last night's 5-1 decision in favor of Granby, as the visitors scored 5 runs in the 6th and 7th innings at LaSalle Stade Eloy-Vio to knot the series. Now, Game 5 goes on Sunday with LaSalle traveling out to Granby, so we just hope it won't be zoo baseball.
All right. That was terrible. By the way, I did speak with the coach of the Montreal Orioles earlier this week on Labor Day when I subbed in for Tony on the Montreal Forum, talking about Abraham Toro. Good guy, yeah. Marc-Andre Ronda.
Yeah, some good players, coming out of the program in Baseball Quebec. It's amazing to watch.
Sports at thesuburban.com if you want to get in touch with Mark for this weekly segment. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure, and let's go, Andrea.
Yes, 4 o'clock today, right here on TSN 690. It's Andrescu, by the way, Bianca Andrescu. It is a weekend game plan. Hour number 2 coming up. Top of the hour, you got your Sports Center with Dave Trentadue. On the other side, yes, we will get to some Alouettes from last night. Another victory for Vernon Adams Jr. Danny Derivo will help us break that all down. But first, up next, some hockey talk. Deputy Managing Editor of NHL.com, Adam Kimmelman, joins us next.
You're listening to the Weekend Game Plan with Matthew Ross on TSN 690.